Hey everybody, it's Tony again. We're back for another This Week in Brave Exvius for September 14th, 2022. This is the first one of these I've done without streaming it live. Um, Long story short, had a really tough week. Big loss in the family, but in the spirit of, you know, pressing on and the hardworking nature of the people I grew up with and everything, I still wanted to make this episode anyway, just because um, you know, I've delivered them every week until now, and I didn't want to lose one. So here it is. It's going to be short. This week was pretty uneventful. We did get a lot of great news, but it's for next week. So we'll just go through the stuff real quick, and we'll get you out of here really quick. And the next week we'll have a really exciting video. All right. So we wanted to go to the units here. So Kamari, oh wow, no upgrades, doesn't really do a whole lot. Unfortunately, you're just pretty much going to skip him. Um, Kind of sad because like this is the most interesting character out of the three banners we've gotten. I really don't think Jekt or Titus are all that interesting in terms of like the lore of the game and just in general. Or I guess four. Lulu's pretty cool. I'll say that I like Lulu quite a bit. So this is a character I would use playing the game quite often, and it would be nice to have a character that's useful and stuff from the JP side that really you know can be used in multiple sorts of content, and he just doesn't really do anything in anywhere, at least not compared to what's available. We did get two cool MVAs. We got Unileska and Poppy. They don't do a whole lot. Unileska has like this crazy huge sprite, which is kind of cool. Looks amazing. Just it's sad that like she doesn't really do anything else. Yeah, and Poppy, same thing, really. I mean, there's not really much to write home about on these. Um, you just kind of are stuck with what what you get here. That's all there really is to say about the units. There's not much else going on. Let's head over to some of the fights. One of them I haven't even completed yet, actually. So you've still got War Visions available to you, for about another hour or two, and then that's going away. But yeah, Unsent Fiend, new raid. I was this like the ninth week in a row we've had a raid. Um, this one, there's some pretty nice rewards floating around, and clearing this 50 times will get you extra tickets for the special box as well. You want to make sure you do that. That's just a bunch of free, not easy to come by crafting materials, or at least not cheap to come by crafting materials you don't want to leave on the table. So make sure to do this a bunch. Use those raid refills if you don't have a whole lot of time or you can't log in multiple times a day that you got for free from the compensation. Dissident I haven't done the last stage of. This one's a little tricky. 450 difficulty, you know, is what it is. Not that bad though, and the rewards aren't really like ridiculously important. I mean, I had so many Unilescas I didn't even need fragments. But you want to get these things done if you can. And then Aeons and Spring of Memories. These are pretty simple. I'm going to refer to the rest of the community's videos on these. Really, the only thing about the spring is you need to go exclusive to Final Fantasy X, and they just gave you a free Una. Make sure to leverage that. It's been weeks, so you probably have enough shards to make sure she's got EX1. If you don't even have if you don't have EX2, and you just want to make sure you get her a limit break so that you can finish with her on turn 2 or 3. And that's pretty much all there is to that. So, not much going on, just another raid and some fights. And you know, we have some stuff ending here at the bottom. Um, Although this one's going to go for a while. Machina's going to go for these two are going to go for a while. The Chronicle I think is permanent. This is permanent. Yeah, because there's a crown reward for this, so this stays permanent. And yeah, that's it. We got new Clash coming tomorrow. Tsukiko coming tomorrow. Should be fun. Um, Not a whole lot else. Make sure you do your daily fragment dungeon, of course, people. And just to touch on this, now that this is permanent, it turns out that Item World's going to be permanent sometime soon. So probably with the UI update that's coming in the future. So as normal with Raid, pretty much just take all bonus units and just blow it up. If you can't take all bonus units and blow it up, just make sure you take a friend unit that's does a bunch of damage, and you'll be fine. So like, I'll just sift through here. Like, a 7.5k attack Titus will do the job. Pretty much any Orin will do the job. Just take one of these with you, load up with bonus units, whatever you can, and just, blow it up. So we'll do this real quick here. But yeah, this week's been pretty much a nothing burger. We talked about compensation last week for the Facebook outage. So you had a chance this week to kind of get caught up and decompress from that, use your materials. If you wanted to get back ahead, you've got a lot of refills to mess with. Got a bunch of potions. I know I was able to do all my Esper farming and everything without issue. I was getting down to about 550 energy pots, and I got like another 150 back just from that stuff that was going on. So, yeah. What else is going on with the news here? Let's take a look at the news real quick. Since there's absolutely nothing going on with like any in-game content. Oh, there's the plant guy, but I feel like the plant one is so hard that it takes so many turns to beat. It's not really worth discussing. I'd probably wait for some better strategies to be available. Again, I'll defer to the community on that one. But yeah, maybe we'll take a look at that on Sunday if I'm up to it. I have a long road trip on Sunday to get back home from where I'm going to be on Saturday, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, Sunday we might take a look at the plant trial, the plant killer trial. We'll just touch on it real quick since I did remember it. Didn't have any time to write notes this week, so we're kind of going off the cuff here. But yeah, we now have Monsieur Raffalisa, and there are actually really some decent prizes for the basic. So I'd say get your intermediate done for sure. But on your advanced, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I still have to clear things like Chamber of the Vengeful 18 times or whatever it is. So I wouldn't worry too much about this. The next enemy is not a plant, which I think this is what you're going to get, is plant killer stuff from here. Let me just, you know what I'll do? Let me just use one of these just to see. I'll spend it on something else later. Yeah, so you get your plant killer and recipe for plant killer plus. So I would definitely do this. Get this done, because you don't know when the next plant killer boss is going to come, and you want to be ready for that. But I think up here there's not a ton of stuff that's super important. Okay, yeah. So you get a free plant killer plus, and you get the beast eater sense. So is the next boss the beast? I don't remember. We'll take a look. Let's take a look. News. Clash Wills. Here we go. Is he a beast? I don't think so. Fire, Earth, and Light. Counters non-evoke. Bunch of this stuff. Does it say? Does it not say what types he is? So it says he's found near rivers or ponds, so maybe aquatic is going to be a type. Yeah, it doesn't say type. I thought they spoiled everything on Tuesdays, including the 2 types that it'll be. I wouldn't be surprised to see fairy and aquatic. Fairy will give him good killer coverage across all the Final Fantasy X units, and then since he's like usually found near a pond or river, he might. But I mean, beast might be it, so maybe it is worth it to go ahead and grab that beast eater sense if you can do the long strats. I think it's like a lot of the strats are like 12 turns long or longer, so I'm not super excited about that. I'd rather kill it in like 5 or less, so I'm hoping that we'll see some strats for that. But there's also going to be some buffs and stuff to the equipment. Yeah, it doesn't say what his types are. That's super interesting. All right, well, we're going to get some equipment buffs tomorrow. Is there anything good in the Crest Pass this time around? Nah, no mystery crystal or crown or anything. And yeah, One thing I will say is that the crown buffs to Yuna are pretty good. I would actually strongly recommend doing them if you have all the crowns. If you don't have all the crowns, maybe you might want to hold off. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. We're gonna do some pulling tomorrow. I'll probably pull during work, or I could save it for Sunday. I'm not really in a rush or anything. But yeah, not much else to report about. There's going to be a big show next week, obviously with Clash, a new Clash unit, the second only available global exclusive summoner type unit. Oh, hey, look at that. Our friend points are full. I'm going to spin a friend point thing real quick, see if we get a bunch of killer units. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just didn't want to miss a week, and I probably would have found like a topic to talk about or something, but I just really, literally for 7 days, I haven't had time for much else, really anything else. So, um, yeah, thanks for sticking with us, and we'll see you guys next week on This Week in Brave Exvius for Clash pulls, a new card, and all sorts of other cool stuff. Take care.